I was just terrified and scared. I thought that she had gone. I thought she had left.
Pathologist, did you kill Grace Millane? Like, you're under arrest for the murder of Grace Millane on or about the 2nd of December. You understand?
Yeah.
Grace Millane was 22, backpacking across the world, chasing a dream. But in Auckland, New Zealand, just 1 week into her travels, she disappeared. What unfolded in the days that followed would horrify everyone and spark a global outcry. Grace was born in 1996 in Wickford, Essex. A recent graduate, she studied advertising and marketing and had a passion for art, travel, and photography. After finishing university, Grace decided to embark on a solo adventure, backpacking through South America, then heading to New Zealand. Grace arrived in Auckland in late 2018. Grace was using Tinder, a popular dating app. That's where she matched with Jesse Shane Kempson, a 26-year-old man who lived in Auckland. The two struck up a conversation and decided to meet in person. Jesse told Grace he worked in the hospitality industry and came from a wealthy background, none of which was true. He had a long history of lying about who he was. But to Grace, he seemed like just another friendly face in a new city. On December 1st, they met at Sky City around 5:45 p.m. CCTV cameras captured the pair smiling, hugging, and walking through Auckland's central entertainment district. They visited bars, including the Mexican Cafe and the Blue Stone Room. Bartenders later recalled that Grace appeared cheerful and trusting. Just before 9:45 p.m., the two were seen on CCTV entering the City Life Hotel, where Jesse had a room. It would be the last time Grace was seen alive. When Grace failed to respond to birthday messages from her family the next day, they knew something was wrong. Her parents contacted New Zealand police. On December 5th, Grace was officially reported missing. The case quickly made headlines across New Zealand and the UK. New Zealand police launched a swift and intense investigation. Using CCTV, they traced Grace's last known movements. It didn't take long to identify Jesse Kempson as the last person to see her. As police dug deeper, troubling details emerged. Kempson's Google search history that night included terms like the Waitakere Ranges, hottest fire, and flesh-eating birds. Kempson was seen on camera wheeling a large suitcase, one that contained Grace's body, through the hotel lobby. He bought cleaning supplies, rented a red Toyota Corolla hatchback, and eventually drove west, into the Waitakere Ranges, a dense and remote forest outside the city. There, he buried Grace in a shallow grave beneath a canopy of trees. He then returned to Auckland as if nothing had happened, even arranging another Tinder date that same day. After initially denying involvement, Kempson later admitted that Grace died in his hotel room, but claimed it was an accident. In November 2019, nearly a year later, Jesse Kempson stood trial for murder. His defense argued that Grace's death was the result of rough intercourse gone wrong, but the prosecution presented a very different picture. Prosecutors showed Kempson's history of lying, manipulating women, and violent behavior. They pointed to his internet searches, his attempts to cover up the crime, and even CCTV footage of him buying cleaning supplies and suitcase after Grace died. Rather than calling emergency services, he took selfies next to Grace's lifeless body. Hours later, he left the hotel, casually, with no signs of distress. In February 2020, he was sentenced to life in prison with a minimum non-parole period of 17 years. The case devastated both the UK and New Zealand. Vigils were held across the country. Grace's death sparked international outrage and conversation about consent, dating app safety, and the rights of victims. People around the world expressed outrage, not only at the crime itself, but at how Grace's character was questioned during the trial. Many saw this as an example of victim blaming. Her story is a tragic reminder of how quickly trust can be broken and how important it is to protect and believe victims. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and please consider subscribing for more stories that matter.